Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to your 5-minute daily dose of English. This is lesson number 86 in our series where we explore 100 essential adverbs in just 3 months. Remember, understanding the nuances of simple words and being able to comprehend explanations in English is a faster way to improve your skills than trying to memorize difficult words. So, let's keep it simple and effective. All right, let's dive right into today's lesson. We're going to talk about the adverb largely. But first, a quick quiz to see if you can guess the right meaning. Question time. What do you think largely means? 1. Completely. 2. Mostly. 3. Not at all. And the answer is number 2. Largely means mostly, or for the most part. It's used to show that something is true to a large extent, but not necessarily 100%. Got it? Great. Now let's talk about the feeling behind largely. Imagine you worked on a group project. You did most of the work, but not all of it. You could say, I largely did the project myself. It's not everything, but it's a lot. This word gives the idea that something covers a big part of a situation or an event. So how do we use largely in real life? Well, largely is often used when we're talking about the impact or the result of something. For example, let's say you're talking about a successful event you organized. You might say, the event was largely successful. That means it went well for the most part, but maybe not every single thing was perfect. Or if you're explaining why a decision was made at work, you could say, the decision was largely influenced by budget concerns. Here it means that budget was a big factor in the decision, but maybe not the only one. Now, you might be wondering, isn't that the same as mostly or mainly? Good question. Largely is similar to mostly and mainly, but there's a key difference. Largely is often used to talk about how much something influences or impacts a situation or result. It's about the extent of that impact. On the other hand, mostly means almost completely, but it's more about how much of something there is, not necessarily its impact. For example, I mostly agree with you suggests you agree with most of the points, but not necessarily all of them. And mainly is used to highlight the primary or most important part of something. Like when you say, the event was mainly about fundraising, it means fundraising was the central focus, even though other things might have happened too. Let's bring this to life with a few more examples. Imagine you mostly agree with your friend's opinion. You'd say, I mostly agree with you. It means you agree with most of what they said, but maybe not everything. Or if you want to emphasize the primary focus of a meeting, you might say, the meeting was mainly about budget cuts. Here, mainly tells us that budget cuts were the most important topic. But when you say, the project's success was largely due to good teamwork, it highlights that teamwork had a significant impact on the success, even if it wasn't the only factor. Now it's your turn. In the comments, try using largely in a sentence. Think about something where one factor had a big influence or impact, but wasn't the only reason. I can't wait to read your examples. All right, that's a wrap for today's lesson. Remember, largely is a simple word with a big impact. It's all about showing how much something influences or affects a situation. Keep practicing, and don't forget to come back tomorrow for our next adverb adventure. Until then, keep smiling and keep learning. See you next time.